Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT News at 5:30.
A warning this holiday season about a device that can steal your credit card information in an instant. How it works coming up.
The Fayette County Sheriff's Office is trying to make sure everyone stays warm this winter. We'll tell you about their winter care program.
No warning, no preparations you could make. It's been a surprise to the county.
Some Garrett County bridges in need of repairs have led to an unexpected road closure.
More rounds of rain will be sweeping across Kentucky this evening and into the first part of your Saturday. That and some much cooler temperatures are coming your way. I'll have the very latest forecast. WKYT News at 5:30 starts now.
And we will get to Jim and the weather in just a minute, but first we're tracking a breaking news alert out of Richmond tonight. Right now, fire crews and police are on the scene of a serious crash in Richmond. We're told that two cars collided.
WKYT's Kristen Kennedy is on Irvin Road trying to gather details about what happened. We've just learned at least one person has died in this crash. Kristen?
Officers are keeping us pretty far back right now, and that's because the two cars are still out here on the road, and reconstruction units are out here as well. They're just trying to determine what exactly happened. Around 3:30 this afternoon, we know two cars collided on Irvin Road. It looks like a van T-boned a car. Police officers say this is a very bad wreck, and at this time, we do know that one person has died. The coroner was not called out here, though. Emergency crews rushed that individual to the hospital, and Richmond police tell us that that person has since passed away and that the coroner is notifying family right now, and that is why we do not have a name for you at this time. Now, fire crews are helping reroute traffic. Irvin Road, as you can see, is still closed off in this area. Wreck reconstruction units are out here. They expect to be out here for quite some time, just assessing this scene. We're going to try and find out more information from the officers that are out here right now. For now, we are live in Madison County. Kristen Kennedy, WKYT.
All right, we'll have much more on that tonight at 11 and on WKYT.com. But there's an example with the wet roads, Jennifer.
Yes.
You just really need to be careful out there because it's very, very slick.
And at times, this rain has been really heavy. Let's check in with meteorologist Jim Caldwell, who's tracking the rain on First Alert Defender. Jim?
Yeah, there's plenty of it out there too, guys. And we have another wave, a much larger wave that will be approaching central Kentucky and for the folks in southern and eastern Kentucky as well. So the rain continues. We are tracking it on Defender, and there you see that swath of showers and occasionally some heavier bands of rain also making their way through the area. The next big widespread push, you see it just to our west. Around central Kentucky right now, that's where a lot of the action is located. That's where we find more pockets of some of those moderate showers, like right over the state capitol, right there in Frankfort. Again, dealing with some of those heavier rains. We look out to our east into Clark County, Bourbon County, and even to our north there, right around Georgetown, picking up on some of those pockets of moderate and occasionally heavy rain. And we'll have more of that sweeping through Lexington here soon. We'll put it into motion, and you see what's happening. You see that next big push, a solid wave or a solid round of water coming our way that will include you folks in Somerset, London, Hazard, out toward Pikeville, all that have been dry for a little while. They had plenty of rain earlier today. Look at the little spike in temperatures. It's also being caused by this. Low 60s as close as Nashville and even in southern parts of Kentucky. But look at that cold air that's in position just to our north. That will cave in and make a run at us during the day tomorrow. Temperatures crash all day long, and we will track those coming up for you in just a few minutes.
People driving through Garrett County may have to find an alternate route home. The state has closed several bridges for repairs.
As our Victor Puente tells us, people say that the unexpected closure is an inconvenience. He has our top story here at 5:30.
The sign behind me first appeared on Monday, catching some people who live on Fall Lake Road off guard. They say this closure has added about 40 minutes to their commute. 3 bridges on Fall Lake Road have been targeted by the state for repairs. The first is about 2 miles from downtown Lancaster, but only half a mile from George McClure's farm.
Well, I'm going to go about 4 miles out of my way, and ain't about a half a mile where I got to go to.
His trip to feed his horses isn't the only thing that's going to take longer.
My neighbors work in Lexington. It's added 20 minutes to their commute. I'm not sure how much it's added to the bus route.
The possible detours include a 12-mile drive around Kentucky 52 or a shorter drive on the narrow and curvy Perkins Lane.
Well, there have been 2 wrecks, 2 serious wrecks on that road since, because it is one lane. and it's congested and there's no shoulders.
The two bridges that are still open have had their weight capacity dropped down to 3 tons. One man who owns a garage on this road told us that means some of the trucks he services aren't able to get to him, costing him business. The people who live here hope a solution can be found before those repairs are made.
No warning, no preparations you could make. It's been a surprise to the county.
A spokesperson for the State Transportation Cabinet told me they don't have a timeline for when the repairs on these bridges will be finished, but she said they have applied for emergency funding to get the job done. In Garrett County, Victor Puente, WKYT.
The Garrett County School Bus Garage says the closure has added about 20 minutes to their routes along Fall Lick Road, but they are compensating.
He was convicted of killing a witness in his brother's murder trial, and today a jury recommended a sentence for the Louisville man. Troya Shekels was shot to death in a Louisville park in 2009. Dejuan Hammond is accused of hiring Steve Petway to kill Shekels. She was a witness in the murder trial against Hammond's brother Lloyd. A jury convicted Petway in a separate trial. He's serving 55 years in prison. A Louisville TV station reports a jury recommended Hammond spend 35 years in prison. A judge will formally sentence Hammond January 21st.
Police say they caught a Central Kentucky couple in a hotel room with a missing 15-year-old girl. Our county-by-county coverage at 5:30 begins in Madison County. Berea police charged Jordan Palmer and Andrea Baker with unlawful transaction with a minor. Palmer also faces a rape charge, and Baker is charged with sex abuse. Police say they discovered the pair in a room in the Knights Inn with a girl who ran away. In addition to the sex crimes, police say the pair gave the teen meth. In Hardin County, a woman faced a judge today after she admitted to cutting her dog to get pain medication. The News Enterprise reports that Heather Pereira told police that she cut the dog 3 times with disposable razor blades. She then took the golden retriever to the animal hospital, and the vet prescribed tramadol. It's a pain reliever. According to the warrant, she told police she took 3 or 4 pills and gave the rest to the dog. She faces multiple charges. And in Rowan County, a couple accused of abusing and neglecting their 8 children will now face a judge. Edith Strange and Jonathan Prater were both ruled competent to stand trial. This comes after police say they let their children live in a home without heat, running water, or electricity. Police also say they found remains of a premature infant buried near the home. Both Strange and Prater were required to undergo a competency evaluation, and last week a judge ruled they are competent. Both face 15 charges. We're told they could face a judge in April of next year.
For the 11th year in a row, the Fayette County Sheriff's Office is working to give back to the community. The Winter Care Program kicked off today. It's meant to emphasize the severity of winter weather and how to plan for it as the winter season approaches. The Sheriff's Office is partnering with Republic Bank of Lexington and Chase Dry Cleaners to kick off a coat and blanket drive to go to families affected by severe winter weather this season.
We tend to learn something new every year to be better the next year. So this year we decided to go ahead and launch it before the weather got bad. And we do want to be ready for whatever comes this winter.
Last year, the drive collected more than 1,000 coats to be given out throughout Fayette County.
They are small devices that capture your credit card information in a matter of seconds. They are called skimmers, but there are ways to protect yourself. Investigators have found skimmers on gas pumps and ATM machines, and now postal inspectors are finding them being used to steal credit card information that's later used to purchase stamps.
They were having charges for around $50 or so from multiple post offices on their cards. Each of these victims still were in possession of their credit cards.
Inspectors tracked the post offices where the charges were happening.
What they were sliding in the machines was not actually a credit card. It was what ended up being a re-encoded card.
The thieves would take blank gift cards and re-encode them with stolen credit card information. The question, how did the con artist get the information? The head of this scheme used skimmers and gave them to multiple people who worked in the food and retail industry. Those people stole the credit card information.
These people were then sliding the cards unbeknownst to the victim when they were having lunch or buying a pair of shoes or whatever they were buying.
These accomplices would give the information to the mastermind, who would encode the numbers on credit cards and buy stamps.
Sell 50 cents on a dollar on a secondary market, on eBay, and through some other sources. to then recoup the money that he would then use to spend.
More than 400 victims found a $50 charge on their card with more than $20,000 in losses.
The bad guys have learned that if they use small charges, $50, $47, $30, a lot of times people don't recognize the charge, but they say, okay, I must have done it, and they don't give it too much thought.
Postal inspectors arrested the mastermind and several accomplices. The ringleader was sentenced to 8 years in prison. Postal inspectors remind consumers to always protect their personal information and financial records.